How about we start with a little bit of 9 round of the cleansing breath? Make sure we know the 7 Vajrayana postures and short meditation before we get started. Before the 9 breath, first this posture is very important, crucial. After that, Tondra. Tondra is the empty hollow body meditation. Okay. Then we map the main channel. Then we do the 9 round. When we do the 9 round, we don't visualize the side channels are choked into the central channel. Other practices, we do that, how many knots rounding and so forth. But this one is just straight. I used to have the visual aid. Have you seen this? My creation. I had other one when all the channels are straight. But currently we are like that. Not really, but something like that. So central channel, of course, transparent. That's why I use the transparent tube. Then white channel, let's do the side channel, smaller than the central channel. Each spot, so-called chakra, we call it energy center, condensed energy center. Basically, that's the place where all the chokes are happening. There's twisting. The bottom part, here the navel center. This is the navel center. Then 2 side channel go into this here. This has a twist here. Heart center here. Again, lots of twist. Then the throat center here, throat here. Then going into here, come to the crown of the head, but curved down like this. Then here the third eye position, that's like a little here, opening. Then, but this is the crown of the head. So for this one, like a CHO practice, we just visualize just straight up. But this is the crown. In this model, this goes the side channel, and the tip of the side channel goes to the root of the nostril, here, not going here or here. And this is the end here for this model. For this cleansing part, first we separate out in a way. Then the last one, we imagine both side channel going to the central channel. First, we're going to go clean the left channel like this. White one, left channel, coming out to the right channel. Then the next one, reverse. Okay. Then the third one, breathing through both nostrils and going third channel, and then going through the central channel and cleanse. Okay, let's do a little bit of meditation. First things first, nice position, relax, yet vigilant. This balance is so important, right? Relax, yet not become so loose. It's upright, yet relaxation and ease is here. For that, see if you can surrender your bottom onto the earth, as if the earth is already supporting you. And if you are sitting on the chair, sit on the front side of the chair so that your lower back has a natural curve, not too much arched, but very easy, no strain. If you are sitting on a cross leg, that's good. Knees are lower than the pelvis, ideally. Put on a cushion under your butt. Feel the support coming from the bottom. If you are not sure, maybe you can do the back and forth, find a nice, comfortable settling. Pendulum going front and back, side, then eventually settle like that. While you are doing that, you can imagine the subtle body, because there's a meaning for this particular, in this case, legs, right? Particular posture. So-called downward moving wind can be really contained, settle. Then slowly, if you like, you can come from the bottom up. Spine's nice and upright position. Sometimes it's straight, but the spine is not straight. It has a natural curves. But see if you can assume your posture from inside out, what that means. I want you to experience it. Center channel, couple inches in front of your spine. What happens if you allow your spine to be straight? Again, prana flows more smoothly, which means your awareness becomes more conducive to meditation. And the shoulders sometimes described as like a vulture, but that's not a good metaphor for us. Perhaps bring a shoulder a little back, feel the openness of the chest, feel that. Usually our tendency is going forward like this. Let's see if we can bring, even you can do a little shrug the shoulder to the ear, and just relax and like draping the curtain, right? Nice and open, but not strained, nothing strained in terms of shoulder, and shoulder blades are nice and settled, as if you are supported again from the back. Heart is buoyant, open, expression of your open-heartedness, literally, bodhicitta. Again, you can connect to your intention this way, through the posture, expression of courage, bodhisattva, vow. And in terms of neck, sometimes they pull the chin towards the chest like this. Some statues are like that, in a Buddhist statue. In Japan, we have a statue like this. But more like aligned. See if you can align the back side of the skull with the sacrum, lower back sacrum. So that means maybe pull whole head toward a little bit. So head is just floating on the top of the torso. Feel that? Instead of doing this or the, just allow the head to sit on the spine. See if you can feel, breathe naturally. Still, for you, this posture may not be natural, but see if you can allow the relaxation to come, ease to flow naturally. The crown of the head is as if lifted from the heaven. Then 7 aspects of Vajrayana, it talks about the tongue. Just relax, if you like you can. But in this case, we're going to do the other activities. But in general, it said that put the tongue to the upper palate, root of the upper teeth, gently. I have a scoliosis, so you might notice one side is lower, but make sure you have a very balanced right and left. And so both ears are aligned. Take a few moments to really feel the posture from inside out. And also notice the prana started to flow. We have 5 main wind in the body. These aspects of the posture allow these 5 winds to flow conducively. Then do that meditation you just started doing. Notice the flow of prana non-conceptually, which means it's become closer to the non-grasping. Okay, now empty body, hollow body. You can imagine your body is filled with the light. All the guts and all this stuff are burned away. Your body is like a balloon, even all the way to the tip of the fingers are filled with light. Your body is empty shell. Again, this meditation reminds ourselves of the non-inherent existence of the body. Now you already meditated on the central channel, but do it again. In this whole body, central channel, luminous river runs in the center, starting from the In this case, from the 3-4 finger width below the navel, see if you can identify the end tip, deep core of the body, then side channel. Again, it's not touching, but very close. Center channel. That goes all the way. Just I showed that model. So all the way to the root of the nostrils. Okay, now we're gonna purify the side, all the 3 channels. So block the root of the ring finger, make fist, and then use the index finger. Again, maintain that posture. Inhale, then exhale to hit the armpits. Then block the root of the right nostril. Inhale left, imagining fresh prana breath going all the way to the lower belly. Then exhale right, evenly, smoothly. Then last bit, you can squeeze it out a little bit. Repeat 2 more times. Inhale left. Even you can imagine fresh rainbow light like nature, pure one. Then pushing all the negativities or stale prana on the left side channel. Then now push it out through right channel. Push it out like a dark smoke or something like that. Stale prana. One more time. Inhale left. See if you can hold a little bit. Then exhale left. Okay, now release. Just notice right and left channels. Okay, inhale. Exhale, hit. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. All these exercises are done in a relaxed manner with awareness. Exhale left. Okay, release both hands. Now when we exhale, start opening up hand like this. Okay. Inhale through both nostrils from here. And now this time, see if we can hold a little bit. Then slowly exhale from the lower belly, as if you're pushing out all the stale pranas gone, and instead pure prana flowing inside. Then when you push out the residue of the stale prana, inhale. hold. Your awareness is resting at the lower belly. Then slowly exhale from the lower belly. If you are squeezing, then squeeze it out. Okay, last one, inhale. When you are holding, so if you can create like a pot belly, lower wind, upper wind, mid, slowly now, squeeze out. Now relax and take a moment to rest. Okay, now back to visualize you as a Vajrayogini. So now easier to do that, like set the body or the prana channels are purified, and also sense of buoyance, emptiness. Now I want you to imagine one syllable at the heart center, inside the central channel, as if you are completely identical with Bang, instead of observing from outside. You are that Bang. Then slowly you coming down like an elevator. You come down to the first floor. Let's say this is the second floor. Coming down all the way to the lower belly, 3-4 finger width below the navel. You are still Bang, BAM. Okay, now breathe through both nostrils. Then hold while your awareness resting in the one syllable. Your awareness is completely identical with one. Closing the lower gate. Okay, now slowly release. Still your one. Okay, we're going to do a few more times. Make sure your awareness is completely identical with Bang, essence of Vajrayogini. You are that. So inhale through both nostrils. Retain your breath at the lower belly. Relax your shoulder. And of course, if you cannot hold anymore, just slowly release. Maybe 80%. Don't go 100 to 10% hold it. So this is a practice, training, right? So just go gently. Don't worry, the more practice, it gets longer and longer. And then one syllable will get hotter and hotter. So next one, when we breathe and when we hold the base breathing, because you're now one syllable, right? See if we can feel that top squiggle. You know, one syllable have a squiggle, right? Nada. Let's get the kind of hot, flame going. Flame get bigger and bigger, higher and higher through the central channel. See if we can imagine like that, and almost reaching at the heart center. Okay, let's do that one more time. Inhale through both nostrils. Hold at the lower belly. The flame started to burn, stronger and stronger. you can release from the lower belly. And that flame may subside a little bit, right after you release the breath and release the hold of the breath. But then you can rest in the echo of that experience. You get the flavor of non-conceptual sweetness. Okay, let's do one more time. This time, see if you can imagine your vulnerable right already, not observing from outside. Oh, interesting phenomena. No, you are vulnerable. Then your nada going, and now reach that heart center. Then be completely merged into the vulnerable at the heart center. And then I want you to rest. Inhale through both nostrils. This one I want you to do at your own pace. You can hold the breath as long as you can. Everybody relax. And rest again. Bang at the heart center now. And rest in the quality of the outcome of this practice. Okay. You can integrate this kind of short practice into your sadhana practice. Maybe toward the beginning of the sadhana practice, or mantra recitation. If you do the mental recitation, you can do before that, or after the sadhana meditation, whenever, or just single out and just do this meditation on a daily basis. Even short, be nice. But how was this practice? Good? Yeah. Initially, maybe if you don't do too much, because I know those things. We have to go slow. Initially, you may become very hot and like even sweating external. That's not really Tummo fire. This experience has to come from inside. I always say from the inside out. This warmth and sweetness I'm talking about is your experience. It's not about physical kind of sweetness and hot coming surface, all these things. Of course, in Tibetan tradition, they have like a contest, like a drying wet sheet contest. Do you know that one? In a snow mountain. That's a byproduct. Yeah, that's kind of good. But we are not at that level. So just even you feel that like a sweetness and bliss, non-conceptual bliss and warmth inwardly, then that's good.